This video presentation is on entering orders in Meditech. Orders are entered in Meditech by the nursing staff, which includes secretaries, CTs, and RNs. There are many physicians here at ACH that enter their orders electronically on the inpatient units. In the emergency department, the physicians enter all orders electronically. Orders are entered from the Orders tab in Meditech. The Orders tab can be accessed from the status board by clicking on the QL icon or Quick Launch tab. Multiple options will appear. Click on Orders. This is the current orders screen. This patient has no active orders. Click on New Orders to enter a new order. User must select the ordering provider. The admitting provider will be listed. The user can select from the provider group or other provider if the ordering provider is not listed. To select another ordering provider, click on Other Provider. Type in last name of the provider or provider's mnemonic to find name on search line. Provider will appear. Click on provider's name. Select the source on how the order was obtained. The source written will default in. Click the OK tab. The screen will default to favorite orders. Favorites can be created by each user. Favorites are assigned to new staff members based on the unit or units they are assigned to. A user can have multiple favorites in multiple categories. Nursing cannot order medications electronically through the orders routine. User types in chest on green line or search line for the order of chest x-ray. The directions appear with the order that were selected when the favorite was made. The user does not need to scroll to look for their favorite orders. If the order is on the user's favorites, the order will appear for selection. The exact name of the order must be typed in to be pulled in correctly from the user's favorites list. Aliases given to test will not pull in here. Example of an alias order is BMP. BMP is the alias for Basic Metabolic Panel. The order is built in Meditech as Basic Metabolic Panel. If the user has BMP on their favorites, type in Basic on the search line and order will appear. If user types in BMP, the order will not appear from favorites. The order will be found under Name. The order will appear as BMP. The green line or search line is where orders are entered. The Type Ahead feature is found here and the orders will default to Starts With. Click on the box beside the name to select the order. The user can continue to enter more orders before editing the orders. The Queue tab will indicate how many orders have been selected. Click on the Queue tab to view the orders that have been selected. Remove the check mark if order has been selected in error. Directions for lab tests are STAT, early AM, today, and daily. STAT is a one-time order. Lab always needs notified of any STAT labs. Early AM is a lab draw for 6 a.m. the following morning. The direction of today is for the next lab draw. Lab will make rounds every 2 hours for blood draws. The direction of today can be made for a specific time also. Daily is a direction that can be made for a series order. There are specific queries that are associated with orders. A red edit box by the date or the red asterisk by the query means this information is required and must be entered by the user before the order can be submitted. Reason for exam is required to be entered on all imaging exams. This can be free texted on the current orders page to the right of the query or click the Edit tab. The reason for exam can be free texted here. Click on the Next tab to return to the Manage Orders list. On lab tests, the specimen must be filled out to submit the test. Majority of lab tests will default in on the specimen line, send someone from the department to collect. The other options are Has Been Collected and Nurse Care Provider to collect. Specimens such as urines, sputums, and stools will default to Nurse Care Provider to collect. This will be edited after the collection of the specimen has been obtained. Physician instructions are available for specific instructions. All information entered is part of the exam. All free texted information entered by the user will print out on a requisition that is transmitted to the imaging department. User can select the next footer tab to view all orders that have been selected. The user can view all orders before submitting. The user can stop an order by clicking the status of the order under the status column to stop the BMP order. Click on the series under the status column. The pop-up box of Undo will appear. This will delete the order before submitting. The user can select the deleted status if done in error before submitting and make it an active order. Click the Submit Footer tab to submit orders. After selecting the Submit tab, Positive ID is required. Positive ID is required on all orders entered in Meditech. Yes will default in on the eSign biometric scan green line. The user now must either click on the Save Selected tab with their mouse or select the Enter key on the keyboard. The fingerprint reader scan will appear. The user will place their finger on the fingerprint reader. The reader will scan the user's fingerprint and the orders will file. Orders will transmit to their respective departments. Once orders are completed, they will drop off the current orders screen. All order statuses can be found on the History tab. All orders can be viewed on the History tab. The order date and start date can be viewed. These orders can have the statuses of active, received, uncollected, canceled, or completed. Click on a specific order from the History tab and the user will find the audit trail for that order. All information entered on this order can be viewed. On all imaging orders, a requisition is transmitted immediately when the order is submitted. Another requisition can be reprinted if needed by selecting the Print tab for the specific order. Select the output format. Click the downward arrow to select Requisition. Select Clinical Data Full Page. Clinical data will have the specific information about the exam for this patient. Select the destination. For imaging, user will click the downward arrow and select the printer imaging_01. Click the OK tab. This will transmit the requisition to the imaging department. To make an order a favorite, the user will enter an order on the search line. PT-INR is the order we're going to make as a favorite. Select the PT-INR order. Click on the Manage Favorites footer tab. The order will appear with all available directions for this order. Click on the directions you want for this order to be your favorite. Click the Footer tab, Save when completed. This order is now a favorite. User can continue on and place the order or can back out of this screen. ProTime would be typed in on the search line for this to be pulled in from the user's favorites. ProTime with saved directions will appear to the user. PT is the alias for ProTime. This would not be found in the favorites but will default over to the new order name dictionary. To enter orders by any name, click on New Orders. Select the ordering provider and source. Click the OK Footer tab. Click on Name. The New Orders dictionary includes nursing orders, dietary, central supply, imaging exams, cardiopulmonary orders, consultation orders, therapy, and laboratory orders. The new Meds tab have all medication and IV orders. Nursing cannot enter any medication orders electronically except the flu and pneumonia vaccines, which are ordered through documentation. Here's an example of typing in the order for SED rate. Type in SED on search line. SED rate will appear from the order dictionary. Select box beside the name of test. Click the Next tab. There is no red asterisk and no red edit tabs. There are no other required fields to be entered. There is a green Submit tab. This order is ready to be submitted. The user could select the Next tab and enter more orders if needed. If the user selected the Next Footer tab, the new order will appear at the top of the current orders page. The user can select the New Orders tab and enter more orders before submitting the first order. Here is an example of a diet order. Provider has ordered a cardiac diet. Cardiac diet is not on the user's favorites. Type in cardiac on the search line. The type ahead and starts with will show all orders in the dictionary starting with CARDIA. Click on the box beside cardiac diet. Click the next footer tab. Meal times are the directions for diets. Next meal will default in by the meal that is closest to the time the order has been entered. The dietary feed assist query defaults in self. This can be edited to a feed. The secondary diet query is where the second diet can be free texted if ordered. If the patient is ordered a cardiac soft diet, select cardiac as your main diet and free text soft on the secondary diet line. Click submit after entering all information. Positive ID is required. Here is an example of a new diet order with an already current active diet order. Select new orders, enter provider and source for your order. Type in 1800 ADA on search line. Select 1800 ADA. Click the next tab. Fill out any queries associated with the order. Click the Submit tab when finished. The cardiac diet will automatically complete without any messages presented to the user. This automatic canceling of an order only occurs on diet orders. Notice the stop date for the cardiac diet is for the dinner meal. The cardiac diet will drop off the current orders page after the dinner meal time. Here is an example of a series order. Provider orders stool for occult blood ×3. Type in stool on search line. Select stool for occult blood. Select the directions of daily. Stools for occult blood are a once a day order. User can click on the 1 beside the daily direction. Click on the 1 and a pop-up box will appear. Select the number 3. Notice the start-stop time. The system will automatically calculate the days. The specimen defaults to nurse care provider to collect. Another example for a series order is cardiac enzymes. The provider has ordered cardiac enzymes every 6 hours ×3. Enzymes have been selected. The direction of daily has been selected. The order has to be edited to make this order every 6 hours ×3. There are 2 ways to create this order. First way is to select the Edit tab. The start date will default in as today's date. If start date is different, edit the date. Start time is the current time logged in, or edit the time the order is to begin. Frequency, edit this to the every 6 hours. Meditech frequencies must be exact for the order to file. Change the count to 3. The order has been edited for the frequency of every 6 hours with a count of 3. The troponin order is every 6 hours starting today at 1300 for a total of 3 times. Count is how many times the order is to be done. The system will calculate the 6-hour time intervals. The user can see the start and stop time on the screen. Each cardiac enzyme must be edited. The second way to edit the order is from the Manage Order List page. Click on the Start-Stop time frame for the specific order. The information is the same as before, just a different view. Start date defaults to today, edit date if needed. Start time defaults in time closest to the half-hour mark, edit if needed. Frequency, daily defaults in, edit this to Q6H for every 6 hours. Stop date will default in from edits made to frequency and count. Stop time will be the same as start time. Count defaults to 1, edit to 3, click the OK tab. Edits have been made to the start time, frequency, and count. Click the next footer tab. Either option will give the user an order for cardiac enzymes every 6 hours ×3. To stop an active order on the current orders page, user will click on the order status of the order from the status column. Order is to stop the CBC ordered in the AM. Select the provider who gave the stop order and how the source was obtained. The pop-up box with stop will appear. Pop-up message will appear with stop reason, requesting provider, and requesting source defaulting in automatically. Positive ID is required after stopping any order from the current orders page. To edit an active order on the current orders page, the user will click on the active order. Example here is to click on the BiPAP order. Click on provider, giving the new order in the source. The active order will be viewed with the previous documented query responses. The new order is to change the BiPAP settings from 14.8 to 12.6. Click on the 14.8 response. Delete the 14.8 response. Free text new settings of 12.6 on the BiPAP CPAP settings line. Click Submit after all edits to the order. The original order will be stopped. The stop request order will drop off the current orders page after closing the chart. The edited order will transmit to the cardiopulmonary department and a requisition will print there also. Order sets are a defined set of a variety of orders. These can help the user enter multiple orders at one time. Order sets can be created for convenience, provider-specific, or diagnosis-based. In the emergency department, order sets are built as chief complaints. Order sets are ordered just like the other orders by either selecting from the Name or Favorites tab. To order an order set, click on the New Sets tab to find an order set. To open an order set, click on the box by the set or click anywhere on the name. Click the Next tab. Here is cardiac enzymes as a convenient order set. Notice there are series orders already created with frequencies for 2 and 3 hour intervals. This will save the user time on entering cardiac enzymes. Order sets can be used by any user. Nursing cannot order medications off order sets. Order sets will have associated data that will appear at the header of the order set. Associated data can be labs or query responses. If labs are resulted and associated with the order set, results in the date of the test can be viewed at the top. If an order is not available on the order set, there is an option for any order on the footer tab. From the Any Order footer tab, the user can select from new orders or new sets. Only one order can be selected at a time. Select the OK when completed. Orders selected off any order routine will drop to the bottom of the order set. Select the direction as ordered. Select the Submit tab when completed. This concludes the video on order entry in Meditech.